Every woman is so used to unwanted, perverted sexual advances on any level whatsoever. And from an age when they don't even know why it feels uncomfortable or hurts. Basically, from an age when their body doesn't even know how to react favorably to anything sexual, to put it bluntly. And I use the words used to here with great caution, because in no way do I mean that we are okay with it. I'm only stating it as it is. So I think it's only natural for our nervous systems, our bodies, to feel safe enough to accept a sexual interaction only when we feel valued as a human being in a completely non-sexual platonic sense as well. Conversely, we are in such a rush to ask little boys to man up, whatever that means, that boys from a very young age are deprived of simple human affection the way girls have it in their lives, in the sense that right from late childhood throughout adolescence and thereafter, boys are usually not brought up as affectionately and protectively as girls of the same age are. No matter how subtle and unintentional, unconscious these differences might be, but they still persist. Even in close friendships, men don't usually share platonic affection and compliments the way women do. So, eventually, the only form of human affection socially acceptable in a man's life is sex. So, maybe what society labels as this obsession of sex on the part of men in general, maybe it's only a craving for simple human affection. The disclaimer being that I'm not referring to divine criminal behavior, I'm not referring to personality disorders, I'm not referring to paraphilia in any person of any gender whatsoever for that matter. We need to understand that human behavior occurs on a spectrum and not just on extreme dichotomies. And before you get into referring biological differences and neurological researches in the topic, yes, differences exist, gender differences exist, there is no denying that. At the same time, we need to understand that human behavior is largely influenced by the socialization process as well, over and above the biological and neurological differences that we are born with anyway. So being a little mindful of this difference in the socialization process that men and women experience right from childhood throughout adolescence and young adulthood into life, the reparenting process that each individual chooses to adopt or doesn't choose to adopt, and the effect that all of this has on our perception of sex. Understanding this can really help both men and women find a healthy middle ground in relationships without guilt tripping ourselves or each other, without blaming and shaming ourselves or each other. It's really as simple or as complicated as you want to make this.